We are in Nacho Mama's Cafe today at Turtle Island. This is the entrance of Nacho Mama's kitchen. When is the last time that you went to eat that you had to cross over a stream to get your food? Here is the dining area.
It's too hot, yes, for me, but it's nice to it's okay.
And here's a bunch of wonderful volunteers. And there's protocol here that you scrape your plates. We're going to have a demonstration. Watch this.
Was this on video?
Scrape, scrape, scrape. Yes, you're on video. Of course you are. We do scrape, scrape, scrape. And then we do a dip to get any other food particles off.
Still there.
And then we have a hot, soapy water bath.
Yes, we have. Very hot.
And then the next one is a rinse. And then the next one is the sanitizer. And it goes up into the rack. And everybody that eats in Nacho Mama's kitchen has to wash their own dishes, young or old, unless you can't get up here to it. And see, it's fun. And
It's fun. It feels pretty good too. It's
when you're sanitizing, you're supposed to stand there and sing happy birthday.
Oh, you gotta wait.
Because that's the right amount of time.
Here we go.
Up here on this platform, you're listening to the water as you eat. Right beside this table is a hand washing station.
Everything for
And behind the whole kitchen is where they cut all the wood for all the stoves and fireplaces that they need for all the different fires. Today we're doing a little bit of spring cleaning. Look at this great crew working. And we wanted to give you a little tour of what goes on in here. If you become a volunteer, we do a lot of chopping. There's Miss Desiree coming by. We do a lot of chopping and slicing and peeling, making good food for all the good workers here. And everybody's welcome to come help in the kitchen. We love it when we have help. And it doesn't matter what your skill is. And tell me, young lady, how long have you been volunteering at Turtle Island?
Today is my first day.
Today is your first day. And have you felt uncomfortable with anything you've been doing? Has it been above your skill level, or have you been helped in everything you've done?
Yes, so everything has been explained very well. Everything from starting a fire to how to cook over a wood stove. These are things that I've never done before, and it's just been so rewarding. and fun. So I'm just very
So now we're doing supper, and this is like the end of your first day.
Yes.
How are you feeling? Are you more confident doing a wood stove and in just one day?
absolutely so confident that I might let my husband get his wood stove in the house now.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. So this is our main table that we do all of our cutting on. So this is the heart of the kitchen. And so I'm going to turn around. And we got the cast iron on this table drying. Little sink. Except dump maybe some water. But look just beyond this sink. Makes washing your hands feel a whole lot different. So there's our hand washing station. And we're back to the cast iron drying table. And this right here, we're getting into the heart of the kitchen again. There's our cutting table again. And this is our pantry. And it's got mesh on it to keep the little critters out. And all our stainless steel pots and pans. And wood. And glass. And right here is another food safe pantry. And let's see what's cooking over here. We got the fire a-roaring because we're trying to get some water to boil. We got us some potatoes down in there. Mashed potatoes for suppers, guys. And we have 2 stoves a-going. And our kindling in the middle. And we go past the pantry. And we got the little room. You're not going to be able to see it because it's real dark. But that's where all the dry wood is. Right here is our axes and hatchets. And this is where we cut our wood for our wood stove. And anybody that cooks will get to learn how to do that. And fill up our basket. And right over here is where they've cut all this wood to size and it's drying. And it's just to go in the stove. That's a lot of work that's been put into this wood. This wood over here under this shed, it can go into any fire, but this wood right here is specially to go in, been cut specially just to go into the stove. Now we're going to go back past the wood chopping section. There's a knockover stuff. And between the 2 pantries, and you can look down through the sitting area. Right here is where we put the food to eat. The puppies are all curled up. It's an old rainy day here, but everybody's just working away. And back here on the hearth, we got another pot going. There's always a lot of fires going, and a lot of people cutting wood and helping us bring wood to the kitchen and other places. So let's see what we got in here. I hope you can see it. It's a big old deer shoulder, and it's falling off the bones. We're fixing to make something special out of that. Now you've seen the wood stoves, the big hearth. Let me bring you up through the kitchen again. Inside the washing station is a big hearth with 2 big old cauldrons in it, and that's where all the hot water comes from for the washing station.
I just need to be able to get
And this is Dan, one of our faithful volunteers. And he is doing wood troll duty today. And he's keeping all the wood and all the fires going. Because in a kitchen like this, there's more than one fire going. Our serving table, we just got done eating. Now we're going to go past the stoves. All our spices. She's got potatoes going. We got skylights for light. Hang all of our utensils up and let me show you something beautiful. Get the beautiful jars all the way across. We've got seeds drying. I think these are turnips, but I'm not positive. We got another washing station. This washing station is just for produce. We don't wash our hands here, just washing produce off. This is kind of going out the back door. And we got all of our jars. Right here behind the stove, we got our cast iron lids. And here on the shelf, we got our cast iron pots. And hanging from the ceiling, we got all the pots we use on the fires. And you'll notice that every one of them is just as black on the outside. Now they're nice and clean. I'm going to turn around. They're nice and clean on the inside, but they're soot black on the outside. Oh, and I about missed the Thunderdome here. And this is where we keep all of our produce. Little empty now. We just had a light day of volunteers coming today, so there's not a whole lot in here. But when we have camps, this place is full. So here's coming in the back entrance.
This kitchen at Turtle Island has been feeding me good for about 6 or 7 years. I've had some of the best meals ever in this kitchen. And everybody that comes here and works here really loves it. They really put a lot of work into the food that they put out because they know that they're nourishing people that are working so hard. So as I've grown up, like as a young man and a teenager, I've enjoyed a lot of meals here and spent a lot of time in the kitchen. The fellowship and nutritious food together just make for an awesome experience when you've been working for hours and hours on end. So this kitchen, it means a lot to me and to a lot of people. It's a great place at Turtle Island.
Mixing some dough. Waiting for the fire to come back.
Were you videoing?
Yes!
Oh, I'm sorry.
And
doesn't want to be a fire.
And sometimes when you least expect it and you're in the middle of cooking and you're busy stirring, the fire goes out. So we got it. We've got it. I can see though, it is in there started. Look at there.
Finally able to get it going again. Kind of.
Awesome.
It's growing. So I'm just going to leave it for a few minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And then build it up more.
How do you like working here today?
Oh, I'm loving it. It beats working on my chem lab report that I'm going to have to go back
Absolutely.
and do on Monday. And
Amen to that.
I don't like chemistry. It's very important, but I don't like it.
Supposed to be doing a music appreciation midterm, but I'm here instead.
Good. Okay, now this is the last cooking place in the kitchen, and it's the new cob oven. Miracle, what do you got there?
I have got a cookie dough bar that I've been working on this afternoon for dessert tonight.
And were you here when they built the cob oven?
Yeah, I was here at little girls summer camp here at Turtle Island, and the girls would come out and get clay out of the creek and put it on a big plastic mat and stomp in it with their feet. And then as they got clay so ready, they come out here and they started the rocks. And as it kept going, they started getting artistic with it. So you can see on the side that they made a turtle to represent Turtle Island. So younger girls camp started it, and I believe older girls camp almost had it finished, but then an adult workshop came in and completely finished the product.
So there was a lot of very young people and older people that got to have a part in learning how to do this kind of wonderful oven, and we just absolutely love it because the ovens on the wood stoves are good, but they're small. And this oven, Dan's going to show you. He's going to open it up for us. It's a 55-gallon drum, right, Dan?
Hot water tank.
A hot water tank. Thanks, Dan.
Yeah.
And over here, Dan fixed the fire for us. It says GC Girls Camp 2019. So this thing is almost brand new. And it's got a grate over here. We can cook on that too. Now, when you want a pot to get hot and boiling fast, we use one of these. That's a lid lifter, or an eye lifter. That's what it is. It's an eye lifter. And it goes right into the eye to lift it up where the fire is. So the fire is having direct contact with the pot, and it'll get hot faster. Now, if we just wanted to simmer something, we put the lid, the eye back on to cook a little slower. Over here, we got some fat back going. Got that fire in there going good. And this little thing is made so you don't burn your fingers on the little doors, because everything's hot. Got our hot water going.
Are you serving tea?
I can.
I am.
Okay, great. Hope, Lyra, Miracle.
Everybody fill up their water bottles.
Everybody back.
I like the meal really good. Thank you, Hope.
So do you enjoy coming down to the kitchen here and getting your meal after you've been working real hard?
You guys make the best food ever. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Glad you enjoy it. Looks like your plate's kind of empty there.
I like being a part of the Clean Plate Club. I believe in it. I get behind it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Eustace.
Let me, we'll pray, I gotta